What's up guys, back with another video, bruh. A great year for music, rap. It's just been great, you know what I'm saying? I had a great time reviewing a lot of these albums, but you know, to keep it short, we're gonna talk about some albums I didn't really get into, some recent albums, some albums that come out at the beginning of the year. Yeah, we're gonna keep it simple, you know what I'm saying? We got goated, good, decent, to be desired. Albums to be desired, need some work, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really feeling. And then we got albums that I just cannot explain other than it was bad. I'm gonna save my top 5 at the end, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, my top 5 gotta go at the goated if it's top 5, you feel me? Let's see, where we gonna start? Alright, let's start with this Yeat album, the first Yeat album that came out this year, the first installment, 29-3. I spoke very highly of this album. I'm gonna put it in a good category. It was a great album when it first came out, you know what I'm saying? It's still good, you know, still great, you know what I'm saying? But it's not in my top 5. But it's one of those albums that, you know, to really get a sense of Yeat and where he came from to where he is now, this is a good album to check out, to see just how much his creativity has blossomed. So we're going to just move right on to his other album that just dropped like a month ago or whatever. This album, I did say it was his worst album that he put out. You know what I'm saying? I did say that it was kind of a step down, a huge step down from 29-3. I'm gonna say it was decent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make it as bad as I made it seem before. It's Us, Volume 1 from The Collective, or formerly known as Concrete Boys. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they still Concrete Boys. The whole thing with Caribou during the summer, it kind of messed things up. I really wish that they, you know what I'm saying, they were still around, they were still doing that thing, because this was a great project. This was good, bro. It was so many personalities on this thing. They had fun. I had fun listening to this. Let's get one of the elephants out the room. Eternal Atake, Lil Uzi. I'm with the general consensus on this one. It was a bad album. Lil Uzi that you expect to get, you know what I'm saying, his general sound. When you think of Lil Uzi, you think of what was displayed on this album for the most part. I feel like his albums are pretty much consistent, you know, in the sense that there's not much growth, you know what I'm saying? He might do things that are a bit out there from time to time, but for the most part, you're going to get the same old from Lil Uzi. And I feel like this was like exactly what you're expecting. Yeah, this album was, it is to be desired, but for the most part it's bad. It's like you can throw this in the trash. There's nothing else to work on. There's nothing else to gain from this album. The Metro Boomin, Future collab albums that came back to back, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a crazy run, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because Metro Boomin and Future are like at the top, like top 3, top 4, my most played artists of 2024, which is crazy. I do remember at that point I was listening to Future heavy. I was going back on his old stuff around this time when these albums dropped. These albums were really good. They were really good. I'm gonna put them together. I don't know which one I like better, because the second installment was like more of like a groovy type, and the first one was like more trap bass. You know what I'm saying? That sound, that general sound that they both are known for. Crossroads just came out. This is Cordae. I think this album was pretty good. I don't have too much to say about it. Not that that's a bad thing. I just think, you know, the features deliver. The production is top notch on this. Slimier 2, another album that just came out. This one was it's between decent and good. I'm gonna put it decent. I think I would rate this album alongside shit. That Gunna album that dropped, yeah, that's what it reminds me of. But this one's a little bit more upbeat. I enjoy listening to it, you know what I'm saying, just to hear what Young Nudy has been cooking, you know what I'm saying, the last year or couple years that I've listened to him since. So yeah, I think it was decent. Juice WRLD, The Party Never Ends. I'm gonna put this at To Be Desired. It's not a bad album. It is an upgrade from Fighting Demons. I can navigate this to so many different like paths and like topics to talk about as far as like a Juice WRLD album. I don't think there needs to be a Juice WRLD album. I know they've been teasing The Party Never Ends for like years, ever since Legends Never Die dropped, which I thought that should have been the final album, and You know what I'm saying? Or they could have done what Mac Miller did, and you know what I'm saying, had one album and then like 5 years later another album, just to keep things freshen up. But ever since, you know, Juice WRLD passed, they release consistently every year. So, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the whole leak situation that just messes up everything. You know what I'm saying? When that took off, that always been a thing, even when Juice WRLD was around. But when that took off, like, you know, after he passed and stuff, that's when they should have made it a raps and be like, I think we should chill out when the Juice WRLD drops. You know what I'm saying? The whole leak situation is getting bigger and bigger. But this album is okay, because I don't think this is the best of Juice WRLD at all. I know he got finished work that is like made for like albums. You know what I'm saying? You have a select few of a select few of songs that is like, yes, like this is the one. This is album ready. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put it like I talk my way into it. I'm putting it in a bad category. Yeah, I just think Juice WRLD had album ready songs. I feel like he did. Like these like what we got on here was like scraps for real. You know what I'm saying? It feel like it. You know what I'm saying? His lyrical ability didn't even like catch on throughout the album as much. But I'm ranting. I said I'm gonna keep this short. Rest in peace to Juice WRLD. Filming this on the day they passed. So, you know, one of my favorites of all time, bro. One of my favorites of all time. Let's move on. We got Tekka with Plan A. I just listened to this. This is decent. I might put this in the good category. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a big fan of like this generation of trap. I think everybody sound the same, but this, I don't know, like I feel like he's finding I'm trying to look for another word for lane, but he's finding his pocket. He's having a Lil Yachty type of year, bro. Like I really feel like he's peeking through. I haven't even finished it. That's another thing. I haven't finished it and I enjoyed it. Ski Mask Slump God. This is a to be desired album. It's not a bad album, but I just feel like I don't know. I think I talked about this before. It just didn't land for me. It didn't land. I'm gonna have to give this another listen probably, but I feel like I got everything that I wanted but didn't want about this album at the same time. The X interlude thing kind of annoyed me a bit. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he thought it was an X feature, but it wasn't. Say that for later. Say that for later. All right, we got. I can't pronounce this word. I'm sorry. Hold on. Shit, I could do this on the thing. Petriker. 070 Shake, the last couple years, one of my favorite artists. It didn't land. It just didn't land. This is another album that didn't land for me, and I love 070 Shake. Like the last couple albums that came out from her was solid, was great. But this one was like, it felt rushed. It felt like she was trying to meet time constraints, you feel me? Which is nothing wrong with it, but I feel like for her sound, it's like, it's hard to do that because there's so much that goes into her music. There's so much like transitioning. I think that was the problem. There were some good things about it, but another thing about that album, that 070 Shake album I'm talking about, bro, she needs to stop. When she gets a good melody going, bro, and that shit catchy as fuck, like she ends it immediately. Like she doesn't like she's not persistent with certain melodies that can be so much greater for the song, bro. Like she transitions too quickly, bro. Like she does that all the time. Even in the albums that I adore from her, she does that a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that was one of the things that halted this album in particular too. I'm like, bro, she got something. Why would she transition so soon? But I get it, you know what I'm saying? Moments within a song, I get it, but she does it way too much, bro. That's all I gotta say. Poe Bennett, Lyrical Lemonade. This was like his first album. He was trying to do like a little album collab thing, which I appreciated. I respect that, you know what I'm saying? Coming from a videographer, like that's groundbreaking. But this album, I don't know, I was just very bored. I feel like it wasn't mind-blowing. It was just like, you know, hit after hit radio sounding tracks, like cool, you know what I'm saying? I could hear these songs on movies, you know, like I think that's what he was going for, like those soundtracks for like movies, considering his like a videographer, a filmmaker and all that. I think that's what he was going for, but that's not really my speed. So you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna put this, it's not a bad album. I think it accomplished what it was trying to accomplish. Okay, level 5. This could have been one of my top 5, probably top 6. I enjoyed this album. I enjoyed it. It grew on me. I enjoyed this album. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna put it decent because I only come back to a select few songs, and I don't think I can hear this album from top to bottom straight. I feel like something gotta be wrong with me if I heard this album from top to bottom. I'm gonna put this a little higher on decent. I'm gonna put JPEG Mafia at good. I feel like he breaks the same barriers every time. Not to say that's bad, it just means that something is always done or something is always happening when he drops. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say, bro. And this album was one of those. I do think I like the LP album a little bit better. That was like the first album that he had a bit more formalities to it. We're gonna go into my top 5 albums of this year. That's obviously going to be in the GOATed category first off, and I'm gonna do it in order. First off, I'm gonna go with the Doechie's album. Look, I've done my research. I get it. It was a mixtape. I get that. I still rate this in high regards one of the best albums this year. You know what I'm saying? It's nominated. It's nominated. You feel me? Congrats on her for that. I'm gonna put GNX. Very enjoyable album. I heard some people think it's trash. If you think it's trash, like down here, well, it's not trash, it's just bad. I don't got a trash category. But if you think it's trash, which is crazy because it's not even a category up here, but if you think it's trash, bro, you obviously don't listen to music. This album has a clear agenda. At least I knew about that before going into it. You know what I'm saying? I'll give the benefit of the doubt for Doechii. Like, I didn't know what the agenda was for her project, but for Kendrick Lamar, we all know what it was. You know what I'm saying? Marciology, Rock Marciano, he needs more praise that he gets. He needs to be in that spotlight because this was a great album. It's top 3 for me. This dude rapping capabilities is impeccable. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? The beat selection is amazing. This album is like a garden in the middle of a battlefield, and the shit is unscathed. Like, the garden is perfect. It's like perfect. It's beautiful. That's what this album, like, every time I listen to it, I always picture that. Dark Times by Vince Staples. Loved it when it came out. This album probably has the most times that I've listened to front to back this year, if not Tyler the Creator. No, I think it's Dark Times. I think it is. I don't know. I just love how everything flowed. It's such a smooth listen. I would say this is like the main introduction to, like, okay, whatever he drops, I'm gonna check it out. Cornucopia, it's the best album this year. I don't care what nobody says. I've talked about Tyler the Creator so much on this album. Like, I mean, not on this album, so much on this channel. I've said everything I needed to say. Y'all let me know what y'all think of my list. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with it, bro. If I do some moving around, I probably would JPEG above. BK, this is pretty good. Decent. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna put Plan B above. It go right. Damn. Fuck it, I'm gonna go right there because I'm already buffering over the shit.